Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to the third part tutorial in this series of how to model this speaker book of the uh, main stage of Tomorrowland. Okay, so uh, the last part I asked you to manage to get Photoshop. Okay, so I will show you why, because we are going to create the texture for this book. Okay, so you can get the idea of how this uh, book should look like, and we will probably need a font for it. So I found something similar to this, but there are a few other kinds of fonts you can use. So at first, let's start by do some steps in order to create this texture. So I hope you didn't attach the speaker yet to the book, because we don't need it inside our UV mapping. So what we are going to do from here is go over panels first, choose layouts, and choose two panels side by side. Okay, so now you get two windows, and from this windows, at the panel of tab, choose panel and UV texture editor. Okay, so now you get to see something that looks like this if you zoom out using your wheel on your mouse. Actually, you can move in this window at the same like the same buttons and mouse keys to manipulate your camera here, so you can use it here. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to fix this UV mapping, because the UV mapping of this book here, it doesn't look that good that we can handle with it. Most of it actually looks good, okay, but it's not. So we are going to try a few other things in order to fix what we see here. What actually the UV mapping is like, all the edges and faces, everything together, like here, spread around this sheet. Okay, and the texture map is actually all this gray area. Okay, it should be the gray area. Now you can manipulate all those edges or whatever, these are UVs, but the borders are like this gray area. You have to put them all inside this gray area in order to the texture to be to fit this this model. Okay, so there are a few methods on how to do this manually, which it's the preferred option for most of people, to do it manually and reordering them, but we are going to try to use the automatic UV mapping by Maya. So let's go over create UVs, and let's try the planar mapping first. So if you click on this, you will get to see something like this. Okay, so this ain't right, because what Maya did is actually spread everything in a very strange way on top of this sheet, and that way we can't understand what we are seeing here. So therefore, what we are going to do is try another method, which is the automatic mapping. Okay, and first you need to make sure that you select the objects and that is in object mode. So automatic mapping, and it will try to reorder them in whatever this projection is feed from. You see, there is a projection from each side of this book, and it's like taking a shot of what it sees, and then normally it will give you something that fits what you see here. Okay, now because this ain't really a very complicated object, Maya can reorder this UV mapping in something that will probably will be enough for you. And the only thing that is really now I'm concerned about is only the front, where is the speaker sits, because this is where I'm going to apply the text here. And actually you can see the circle, which is the our place of our speaker. So therefore all this cube together with a few faces of the corner that we smoothed earlier will be this area. Okay, so but I can see a little bit change here, because you can see that there is we miss some lines here, okay, in this area, which here we can see a lot more. So this is a very problematic issue, and we need to fix it. So I will try to maybe do something else this time. Okay, so let's try automatic mapping again. Okay, and if not, let's try to move this projection and try to reorder them. Like, no, doesn't really help because I'm not in object mode, but let's try automatic mapping. Still, yeah, the same result. So what I need is actually to take those lines here and move them over here. And because this is very stupid thing to do right now, I will try another UV mapping method, but this time I need to face my camera in this direction front and make sure that I chose create UVs based on camera. Okay, so now it sees everything I need, but still yet we have some kind of issue. So this also doesn't really help me, but I will try to do it like that. Okay, so pay attention. We're going to choose face, this face, this face, this face. Also make sure you chose all these faces. Okay, and these, actually we are going to choose all the faces of the sides of the book, and also the ones that are like see, not those, we don't need those, we don't need those yeah, okay, you know what, let's leave it. Let's try again automatic mapping, and we will do it the hard way because we ain't got any more time to deal with it. We need still keep doing this thing we need. So let's take these, make sure you're in object mode. Let's take right click, okay, choose UV here on the sheet, choose with your left mouse button this UV here, somewhere here on this front front panel of the speaker. Hold down Control and right click with your mouse and choose to shell. Okay, so Maya will use this shell, okay, and it will select all the UVs that parent to this shell. Now what we need to do, we need to take this using the move tool to the left, okay, and now we will choose one UV here, hold down Control, right click and choose to shell, and we will move it over here, okay, and then we will do the same. We will bring back our front panel. So choose this UV, hold down Control, right click to shell, and we will attach these points over here. Okay, we will put them here. Okay, but you need to zoom in really good in order to see it. So I will use my spacebar to enlarge this window, and at the same time I'm going to see where I put this. Okay, so I need to place those lines, this first line from here on top of this first line. So it can be a little bit hard, but we will try to do this. Okay, now the next thing is to understand which is the left part of our book. Okay, the left side part. So this is it. Okay, you can see it. It's not that hard to understand it. Okay, so we will choose. Oh, by the way, if you can't see it, the easy way to understand which part is from here is just to choose the face. Like you see, it's this. So therefore, all the ones that are still connect to it is those. Okay, so don't try to confuse yourself. Just try to understand things as they are. So let's choose now. Let's choose UV. Choose this shell. Hold down Control to shell, so it will pick everything else, and we will move it just for a while over here, and then we will catch one of the UVs of this shell and choose all the shell, and we will bring it over here. So now we are making some space here, and we are trying to put all the pieces together, but at the same same, like make everything here like one piece, so that way it will be easier to create the texture for it. So yeah, like this, I think, and then we will catch those to shell, and we will bring those inside the sheet. Okay, and this is very gentle work, so make sure everything is correct and that you are doing it good. Okay, so this one on top of this one, which I'm not sure that is on top of it. Yeah, it's on top of it right now, but I just want to make sure that these, you see, these are not sitting the same, so then we will need to bring it a little bit down, and yep, that looks good. Okay, so now we have to do only with this part, so we need to bring it back to the picture. So let's just bring it somewhere here. This is really not really the job. This is the job, because here is going to be the texture and everything, and we need to make sure that these are sitting together, and this is look like, you can deal with it like one page, one layer, and never mind. So after we've done so, and we try a few methods in order to mapping our object, let's bring it back to object mode first, then go over polygons here from the UV texture editor, go over polygons, click on UV snapshot once, and here you need to decide what resolution you want to work with. Okay, so if your texture you want it to be with more resolution, so make it higher. If you want to be less, so make less, whatever. Just make sure that you are using image format PNG and that you know where you want to save it. So for this tutorial, we're going to save it on the desktop, and we will call it no, not in Hebrew. This is Hebrew, sorry, not Hebrew. Ivrit, it's in Hebrew. It's in Hebrew, but never mind. Let's call it book speaker. I'll just make sure that we don't have any other file with the same name, and we chose, so it will be PNG, and click on save. Okay, so after this you have to click on OK, and we're done here. Now what we need to do is go over minimize this window of Maya. By the way, you can save it, file save. Okay, and now we will look for this file we create, book speaker PNG. Okay, this is the file. Open it with Photoshop, and here is it. Here it is. Okay, so this is how it looks like at the first time, because I don't know, Maya generates transparent background for the UVs. So the first thing to do is go over layer, new layer, and click OK, and this is the UVs. So let's just name it, so we won't you know, make mistakes, UV, and this will be the new layer. So let's just leave it as layer 1 because I don't care what is it. Now we need to create a gradient layer, okay, and this gradient layer should look like this color of our book here, so somewhere between pink and purple. And in order to do this, we will go and choose our gradient tool from here. Click and hold and choose gradient tool, okay, and click twice on this, so you will get this box over here. Now if you don't have already something like this, just click new, and sorry okay, let's choose like colors. Okay, you can click twice here, choose something like purple, and then click on this and choose something like more darker purple, and click OK, and click OK. So now we will make sure that we are on the layer number 1, which is the background, and which is supposed to be under the UVs, by the way, sorry. So click and drag it below, and now click once somewhere here, okay, hold down the shift, and sorry from the start, let's undo that. Click once here, hold down the shift, so if you will move your mouse down, it will create a straight line, okay, and then release. So this is how we created the purple background, and now we can see the UVs better. So this is how they look like, okay, our UVs. And the next thing is to create something that will look like you know, some browny background, so this book will look older. So go over File, Open, and by the way, I have few kind of pictures like this browny background. So let's choose one of them. This is one of them. Quick look. Oh, this is a smoky one, and we need this one from what I know, and we can have maybe some other one. This looks good also, and we have this one. Oh, this one is too cracked. Also this one. So let's use maybe this one. Okay, so let's open it, and it will appear in a new layer somewhere else. So it will open in a new document. So what you need to do is go over select all, edit, copy, and move back. Sorry, this is the YouTube template, never mind. So we are back here, go over edit and paste. So it will paste our picture over this over here. Okay, now this is not the correct size of this picture. So while you're selecting this layer, go over edit, free transform, and zoom out and adjust this so it will fit this. Okay, now I have a problem with this dark area because this dark area is like too dark here, and I prefer to rotate it so at least it won't interfere with my sides of the book. Okay, and that way it's okay. So press V to apply this change, and now we are going to choose for this layer from here an overlay. Okay, so it will be an overlay, and now we can see that we have like something like correct texture for this book. And at the last time I did this, which is here in those files here on my desktop. By the way, you can see my desktop here. So I used this picture twice, okay, and I rotated it in two different directions in order to get more cracks and more texture for it. But what you can do is actually take the layer 1 and maybe change the opacity, so now you can see more of the cracks and still have the color for it. Okay, not much, 92 it's fine, 90, but don't spend too much time with it. Now the next thing is to go over Google. Okay, and sorry, where I am, yeah, sorry, now we are in Google. Okay, and I watched Bob Spog in Espanol because it's funny to see cartoons in different languages. Now in your address bar, click type DA and font, which is dafont.com. Okay, and here you will get many fonts. Now what's awesome about this site is that you can write whatever you like and you will see it. Okay, now I'm not sure where you write this thing, but never mind. Yeah, it was somewhere, I remember. Okay, let's search for fairy fonts. Okay, and enter. Okay, so we are searching for fairy, and we have these kind of fairy fonts. So you can use this or this one up here, and there is actually lots of kinds. So after you downloaded these and install them, by the way, you need to install them, click on them twice, you will get either in Windows or Mac, you will get to install them, and then what you should do is go back over Photoshop and use your text tool. Okay, now here what you can do is click on T on your text tool and click on it, and the text we need to write is like whatever you like it to be. Okay, so from what I can recall, it was like the beauty of the bit. Okay, so I will change first my color of the font to yellow and type in D in one word and click plus the V, okay, in order to make it close. Now we will create another text, T and beauty. I think this is how you type beauty, like so. Okay, if you will need to change the font size, make sure you do it. The beauty, now off, apply it, off, the beauty of the, let's tweak where the letters are sitting, the beauty of the, and sorry, text tool, and bit. That's it. This is how it should be. That's great. Now, the real reason why I decided to UV mapping together with you in this tutorial is because I was needed these areas, okay, the side areas, these smooth areas we smooth, and this is very important because we are going to add like a strip over here. So we are going to use first a blue color, something like here, and we're going to use the rectangle tool. Okay, you can switch to ellipse tool, polygon tool, but I prefer to use the rectangle tool because this is cool. Okay, rectangle tool because it's cool. Now we will create a rectangle here from this point here. Okay, and over here. See, after I created, you also can see the texture, so this is great for us. And we will move it and over here like so, and if you want or feel like, you can free transform it, okay, and make it maybe a little bit higher like this, okay, and then click on the select tool, choose apply, or the V sign here, it will apply the changes, and switch to yellow, back to yellow, okay, and choose OK. Now we will create another rectangle, but this one will be very thin, very thin. It's important to make it very thin, like so, even like so. Yeah, don't hesitate, this is how it should look like. Okay, but we have a problem here. We need to fill it with yellow, so change here the fill to yellow. I'm not sure why this has happened, but this is how it should be. And then place this one here. Okay, but we have a problem, little bit problem, because you know, when you want to place something, you can use the control and it will make smoother steps. Like this is aggressive step to use. See, this is jumping. So if you use the control, it makes things smoother. Okay, so I need one line here, and I need to resize it. So edit free transform path and use the side to bring it somewhere here. Again, use the control in order to not make mistakes. Okay, so it will fit, and apply changes with the V. And now let's try to set it back to where it's supposed to be. Okay, I believe this is okay. Now this rectangle is this one, so we will right click on it and choose duplicate layer. Okay, and you will get the rectangle 2 copy, and we will move it with the move tool or select tool up here. Okay, and we'll place it at the same spot. Now the next thing is to create another duplicated layer. Okay, and bring this, don't worry, as long as it's safe here, you click on this. So whatever you will pull from here will be this rectangle. Okay, so we are moving it here, and this time we will free transform it and make it a little bit larger, like this, and click on the V to apply the changes. So now let's create a copy of this one, duplicate layer. So this is another copy, and we will put it somewhere here. Okay, now I don't want the space in between them to be much larger, so let's pick this one also and bring it down here, and that's it. This is really what this is all about. We created the book texture, and we will get to see right now how it looks. But first, we don't need the UVs anymore. So the UV layer can you can get rid of it. But before you do this, click save. Okay, save it, same name, save. Okay, and now delete it. Go over File, click Save As. Change the name, okay? Change it to I don't know, book. Okay, PSD. No, we don't want it to be PSD. We want it to be PNG, like the same extension we gave it when we export it. So book.png, and save. And compression none, interlact none. Okay, so now we can close this and close Photoshop, quit Photoshop, and this is the book PNG. Okay, now we will open Maya again, and let's extend this window by pressing the spacebar, and we will right click on it, choose blend. Okay, right click, again, right click on it, assign favorite material, blend. Now after the blend will be opened, click on this checkered box next to color and choose file from the pop-up box. Now after you click file, you will get this attribute editor with image name here and this folder. Click on this folder and navigate to your book PNG. So it's on desktop, and book, this is what we look for, and choose open. Okay, now tap on 6 on your keyboard, and voila, you see, this is our book. Now if I will try to render this, first I want to examine if the strip is correctly. You can see that we have some issues here, but that's not bad, that's okay. The real problematic thing is first to see how it looks like. Now I'm rendering in Maya software correctly, right? And this is how it looks like. Okay, now I will try to change some settings. So let's go over Maya mental ray. Okay, if you can't see mental ray here, first we will deal with those who don't see mental ray. Go over Window, Setting, Preferences, Plugin Manager, and make sure that Maya 2MR, let me see. Maya 2MR. No, it's not here. This is very weird. Yeah, here is it. Maya 2MR. Just make sure this is ticked loaded and auto load for the next time you will open Maya, and close it. Then open the render setting from here, choose mental ray, and first go over common, the first tab, and choose what resolution you want the picture to be. So let's click on HD 1K and 80. Okay, then let's go over quality and change the max sample level to 3. Okay, then go over ray tracing and put something like 2, 2, and 4 for both 2s. Okay, and then let's go to indirect lighting, and yeah, I think that's enough. Oh, you know what? Click on create, and that should be fine. Okay, so let's take a first render for this. Let's click on this one and see what we get. Okay, there is too much light, so I'm stopping this rendering for now. Okay, I will try to use Maya software because it will be easier for me to show you something. So click close, switch back to Maya software and change the quality here to production quality and also highest quality and ray trace quality, and yeah, make sure it's ticked, render options, blah blah, never mind. Click close, and now let's watch this. But first, create some point light. Okay, that should help us to see more clearly things. So one point light, create light here, duplicate it to the side of our book. Sorry, it should be here. Control D and move it over here. So let's see. Yeah, exactly. So that looks good, right? That looks very good, and we still need to get some more cracks in here, like so they will look realistic. So that's very easy to fix. What you should do right now is go over Window, Hypershade. Okay, now I will minimize a little bit this window so we can see what we are doing. Okay, so this is the window and this is the other shelf of our materials, shaders or whatever, and yeah, now we can see what we are doing. So let's click on our bleen here. Okay, this is the bleen that's used for the texture. Now let's switch to texture tab and with your middle mouse move it here, drag it, click and drag it over this window. Now here in the bleen you will see the bump mapping. So what you should do is click with your middle mouse wheel and drag it over bump mapping. Okay, so then you will get to see this thing. Now if you don't see this thing, which means bump to D1, okay, that's bad because you did some mistake. Okay, so make sure you chose from texture the file 1 and drag it to our bleen, which is this one. Okay, now I don't need the transparency to be transparent, because now after I apply this file to the bump, it's also applied the transparency, which I don't need here. I don't need the book to be transparent. So right click on, first click on the bleen, right click on transparency and choose break connection. Okay, that's it. Now the book is not transparent. Now let's do a first render for this and see what we got. This is great. This is just great. We have a fantastic book, but still it's too much growny, okay? Because it's used the same scratches or whatever that have been on this texture, and we don't want it to be that much. This is because of the bump values Maya uses. So what you need to do is go over bump mapping, click first, make sure you are on this bleen. Okay, so open the Hypershade, click on the blend, click on this, and then switch to place to switch to click on wait sorry, make sure you are here. Okay, you see it. By the way, there is a way to see it, so I will try to understand where is it. Okay, first, because something doesn't look good. Okay, this is the file, this is the bump 2D. Click on bump 2D and change the path to 0.2, sorry, 2, okay? Click, no, just 0.2, it's the same. So now let's see what result this brings, okay? Alright, so now you see it's less growny and it really fits the model and it looks terrific. I don't know what you think, but I think this one is looking even better than what I created before. Okay, so that's it for the texture part tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this and you learned something which is very helpful in your next models. And then at the fourth part we will continue on assembling the butterfly symbol and also texturing our speaker. Okay, so for now, have a nice day. I always need to make sure I'm shutting down the screen recorder and the voice recorder at the same time, because I'm using iPhone to record my voice and screen recorder in order to record my screen. So I need to unlock the iPhone with this password, this super password that I have on it, and then stop the recording. So that's it. Have fun and stay tuned for the next part tutorial. I hope you will be there and watch it. So see you soon. Bye.